Hello again, Guild Wars 2 fans. This segment's about Beta Weekend 2 patch notes, because I don't see a video right now that really goes over everything, so I want to make sure you know everything, and then I can move on to this one glitch that I really want to show you guys. I keep mentioning it, I don't know if you've seen, but it's like really cool. Trust me, I don't think you've seen it. I'm sure that nowhere on the internet has this, so I'm pretty proud about it. You can judge whether or not it's as rare as I say it is. But anyways, so we'll get to that video after this. Oh, why don't we introduce ourselves? I didn't last video. Let me pull up show nameplates. So I'm Zale, she's Isabeau. So the quest navigation is in for story quests now, in the sense that it now has like arrows that point literally to your target. Before it just had a target, and sometimes you get lost, you couldn't find it, especially in the Char City, so it's a good improvement. They also revamped the map from being a circle into a square. They just made it look better. I mean, if you haven't seen it, it does look better. And you can also move it if you can drag it to wherever you want. So it's a good feature.
Yes, another thing that's changed and you have to remember is that they changed it so /shout no longer exists. If you want to talk to the whole map, you have to type in /map. Don't forget it. You will be shot on sight. Seriously. Also, another cool thing that's changed is projectiles now shoot towards the camera, so if you right click, they'll shoot anywhere if you don't have a target. But if you do have a target, it will shoot towards whatever you're aiming at, so don't worry, you won't be wondering why you're dying.
Yeah, and it feels really cool. So you can like shoot fireballs. You just hold right click, and if you look up, it'll shoot fireball in the sky. And that just shows that ArenaNet's just being awesome. I mean, like that's not even, like they're not scrambling to fix all these bugs. They have the time to implement these features that they feel should be implemented. So that's really cool. More props to them.
Yes, and also a major thing that's changed is that before you could access all the tiers or all the traits at one time, now everything is in tiers. So tier 1 is 1 through 6, and then you add 4, which is 1 through 10, and then the third tier is 1 through 12, which you add 2. So. Yeah,
and they tiered utility skills as well, so they tiered both those things. Utility skills used to be a pool, and now it's just tiered into 3. So they segmented all the abilities, and the first tier abilities cost 1 now, all of them. So at least they're giving you the availability to buy more of them if they're going to tier them. And they also require that you get 5 of them to move on to the next tier. So that's kind of, they made them cheaper, and I get the rage behind this. I mean, I've seen the rage. It's like, you have to do it. It's like something you have to do, because before you could buy 3 skills and then be done with it for your whole character. Like, if those are the skills you want, like, then you could have them and not really have any motivation or, like, you know, happiness from growing as a character. So it's an RPG, whatever. So I can see why they did that. Also, the endurance UI has changed a little bit. They just moved it over to the health bar, and so now it's central, and they segmented it such that you can see when you can dodge, because you can dodge for 2 times with a full bar. So they can show you where you can dodge again, and they added a chime and a glow to it, so you can kind of, it's just all about visual awareness when you're in combat, and you're freaking out, you don't know what's going on, at least now you can hear that you can dodge again. I have a quick visual for this next one. It's a little goofy, but it's just me being retarded again. They added PvP rewards. Glory is the currency, and there are glory vendors. And these glory vendors will have copper, silver, and gold chests that, when open, divvy out a random assortment of armor. Disclaimer, this next bit of information I got from multiple sources, and they all sort of said the same thing, but when I was on the beta, I saw that it was a little bit different, so I think that this is the design though. So here it is. The copper chests give you 5 items with the chance that one of them is uncommon. Silver chests give you 5 items with the chance that one of them is uncommon, and one is always uncommon or rare. And the gold chests give you 5 items with a chance that one of them is uncommon, one of them is always uncommon or rare, and one is always rare and exotic. So if they're giving out random armor, you're going to get duplicates, and you're not going to get the ones you want. You're going to have a large amount that you're not going to use. Luckily, they made it so that you can use it on your other characters, so you can send the armor, I think, through mail, and then you can use it there. But if you still have duplicates, they are designing a way for you to use that massive amount of armor that you may be accumulating, so you don't feel like you're wasting your time. The Mystic Forge, I believe, is how they're going to do that. You just throw it in there, and you can either create another item that you can use, or maybe into an item that you can sell, etc. Now, as you are earning this glory and spending it, the total amount is recorded, and that is going to dictate what they now implemented as a rank system. So after you get a certain amount, you'll rank up, and it's in the form of like animals, sort of. You start out as rabbit, the next one I believe is either deer or stag, and I've heard it goes all the way up to 10, which is dragon. And this rank, they're trying to add features to this rank so that you're evolving in PvP. An example of that is the glory vendors now have the ranks, and so there's 10 glory vendors for each rank, and they each have their own copper, silver, and gold chests. I've also heard they're going to be doing other things with these ranks, like titles, maybe cosmetic looks, and maybe some in-combat things.
Now we're going to talk about tournaments. There's 2 types of tournaments that you should know about. There's free tournaments, which are free to get into, you don't need anything, and then there's pay tournaments. Now pay tournaments you need tickets for, and there's 2 types of ways to do this. You can do PvP, which gets you glory points, or you can get gems, which you pay RL money for. Now by doing pay tournaments, you get qualifying points, which leads to monthly tournaments, which leads to yearly tournaments. Also, we heard rumors of pay to enter with gem prizes, so yay. Another thing that has changed is siege weapons. You now have priority. Before, it was if you put it down, you were locked out, you can get back into it. But now you can boot someone out. If you get out and they get in, you can boot them out. I'm gonna kill you. So you get priority. Another cool thing is WBW now has skill point challenges, so yay.
A few quick notes, a few quick changes, I guess. Only 5 players can now finish a combo starter. So I think it was unlimited before, or maybe it had a higher cap, but it's limited to 5 now, so keep that in mind. This is one that I really had fun with. I was a douche, I know, but with Mesmers, you can put down your portals, and people were automatically teleported once they ran into it. So I could put one, like when we were doing a jumping challenge, and then people would go into it unexpectedly and fall right off. So yeah, now you have to push F to teleport through the portals, so that's another note. And this one is the worst. The players can no longer jump while sleeping or sitting. So like if Isabeau here was sitting in her chair, she could just like jump up and down, and like when you get a crowd of people doing it, it was hilarious. It's just awesome. It's probably, yeah, I think you can find it online, or I'll show a clip right now. And yeah, it's just hilarious. So yeah, that's it for Beta Weekend 2 patch notes. So this has been Zale and Isabeau. We're Guildsource. I don't know how to use this Psy. And so stay tuned for that next video. See you later. Alright, so I'm Zale. This is Isabeau. Right? Is it Isa what? I can't pronounce it.
It's like the pronunciation.
Okay, just what is it? Isabeau.
Isabeau. Because I know you'll be like, why am I dying?
What the
also.
Alright, restart.
Ah! I always figured I have something else to say after that. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. One cool thing that's cool. One cool thing that's cool. Okay. One new thing that...